Hey guys, Kevin here. It's the last week of the Nutrition Challenge. We've been going over a lot of different subjects along the way, but one that I view as one of the most important and maybe the most important is sleep. So I notice a lot of times when I'm working with gym members or working one-on-one with clients that maybe they're eating pretty good, they're definitely coming to the gym and working hard when they're at the gym, but maybe they're sleeping 5 hours a night. So it's almost, more often than not that I find that to be the case when somebody isn't hitting their goals, whether it's body composition or performance or longevity and health or any blend of those goals, that sleep is usually the main culprit. They're not getting enough. I know that, people are crazy busy and have a tough time getting enough sleep, but I find that, throughout all these reasons that I'm going to list off and go over some of the basics, that you'll actually find more benefit and you'll be more productive throughout your time and get all the awesome benefits from getting enough quality sleep. So first off, hormone balance is going to be really important for sleep. Lowering our cortisol, not having too much cortisol to retain body fat, having some naturally occurring HGH and testosterone released throughout the night when we're sleeping to help us recover from our workouts, but also to help us with body composition. Insulin sensitivity is one of the things that we've been really going over with food, but sleep is going to be really huge for that. We want to be very sensitive to insulin so that when we eat any carbohydrates, our body doesn't have to release very much insulin to regulate our blood sugar. And in turn, we won't store near as much fat if we are very insulin sensitive. Immune system function, everybody knows that getting more sleep is going to help you not get sick, but very, very important when it comes to things like brain function, muscle connective tissue, and just really overall happiness and mood. So a lot of people get the idea that CEOs only need to sleep a few hours a night or 4 or 5 hours a night. That's because when you sleep, the first thing that recovers is your brain, because your body knows that that's the very most important organ. So cognitively, you can still function off of minimal sleep. But if you're, going for body composition goals or going for performance goals, you need, a ton of sleep. So not only in our muscle that we're trying to recover here, but also connective tissue. So our tendons and ligaments, that's one of the last things that heal. So I find that if people aren't sleeping enough over time, that's when they're going to be more prone to getting an injury. So obviously a ton of reasons why we should sleep. When I go over, how much sleep, I like to use just a little calculation that I came up with just to try to keep it as easy as possible. But I say a base of 7 hours of sleep every single night, and then you're going to add 1 hour of sleep per workout, per hour of workout that you do. So simple, if you're getting 2 hours of, moderate to intense exercise, that's going to be 9 hours of sleep. I know that sounds like a crazy amount, but if you're working out for 2 hours, you're going to need, 9 hours of sleep to recover. That's not to say that if we go on a long hike or a long walk or a bike ride, that counts as like a moderate to intense exercise. But, if you're doing 2 CrossFit classes or something like that, we're going to need a lot more sleep to be able to recover from that. So I really like the idea of sleep debt. It's kind of a proven theory that, if you don't get enough sleep, let's say tonight, then you can, pay that debt that you racked up. If you, missed out on 2 hours of sleep tonight, you can pay that back by getting 2 hours extra sleep tomorrow night. You definitely want to try to pay it back within a day or two. You don't want to let that, tally up to where you get 5 hours of sleep all week and then you sleep all weekend or something like that. But just know that, if you do not get enough sleep one night, the next night is going to be really important to try to get as much quality sleep as possible. If you don't pay that back, then you're going to pay it back with either your health, longevity, or performance. So see it all the time where people are working, maybe doing 2 hours of working out a day and they're only sleeping 5-6 hours a night. I would rather see that person give me, 1 hour working out or take more rest days and get a little bit more sleep and try to divide their time into recovery. So quantity of sleep is obviously important, but quality of sleep is going to be way more important. Even if you're in bed for 8 or 9 hours a night, if you're actually only asleep for 4 or 5 of those, then you're not going to get any of the benefits from, actually being in bed. So I drew a little, horrible picture up here. Kind of shows what our energy level should be throughout the day. So when we're first waking up, we should be releasing a little bit of cortisol and down-regulating our, melatonin and serotonin production for our hormones. So our energy should be spiking, as we wake up. And then a few hours after waking up should be our best energy levels. And that should kind of hold us throughout the day throughout our workday, throughout our workout, whenever we're working out, and then as we get closer to at night, our energy should actually be going down, kind of leveling off here, getting ready for bed. If you're one of those people that, we have the opposite curve where we're exhausted in the beginning of the day, and then as we go through our day, we're kind of tired, and then at night is when we have our highest energy level. That's the, first sign that our circadian rhythm is off, and that we really need to take a closer look at some of these simple things, but really important things to see if we can get that circadian rhythm back into going into the right direction there. So definitely fix these things first. Some of this stuff is pretty simple, some of it's hard to apply, but I want you guys to try to take a look at this if we're having trouble getting enough sleep and getting really good quality sleep. So first thing, we want to try to wake up without an alarm. I know that's hard to do, but if we go to bed early enough, we get in that rhythm of going to bed at the same time each night, then a lot of times people start waking up without an alarm right at the right time. First thing in the day, trying to see some sunlight, even if it's cloudy out, that's the only time that I'm going to be okay with, staring at a phone close to your face and having that be a positive thing, because it kind of tells your body that it's time to wake up, it's time to get going throughout the day. Eating a big breakfast, most of you guys have that nailed down. Make sure we don't skip breakfast, getting some protein, fat with breakfast, and vegetables whenever possible. No caffeine after noon. I know we're implementing that into the point structure. This is a hard one for people, but I would recommend kind of taking a close look at it. Caffeine's really confusing because with some people, the half-life of caffeine, so how long it takes for you to get rid of half of caffeine to filter it out through your body, is going to be only like an hour or two for some people. Those people that are crazy that can have a cappuccino, at dinner and then still have a great night's sleep that night. But some people are going to take almost 48 hours to process that. And people are going to fall somewhere in between those two extremes. But it's totally different with each person on how quick they process caffeine. If you're having trouble sleeping, I would recommend trying to take out all caffeine for at least a few weeks and just kind of seeing how it affects you, and then seeing how it affects you when you bring it back in. Exercise, obviously, a lot of you guys have that nailed down, but even if you're taking a rest day, doing some very light activity, whether you're just walking, through the neighborhood or walking the dogs or something like that, or riding a bike, doing a hike, just some low-level activity, even on your rest days. And then when we're going to bed, some of the worst things, I know pretty much everybody does this, but staring at a phone, staring at a laptop, or watching TV right before bed, or falling asleep to a TV when we're falling asleep right there. If we have to look at these things, then iPhone is really good for being able to turn off the bad light and have like the nighttime mode. Laptop, if you have to do some work before bed. Me personally, I know that keeps me up if I stare at a laptop. When I have to get work done at night, I have a software program installed on my computer called Flux. I would look into that. If you have to stare at a laptop at night, it helps you not see some of that bad light and be able to get to sleep. Having a routine before you go to bed really helps your body and your mind know that it's time to go to sleep and start releasing melatonin and serotonin. And then sleeping in a cave, put it as simple as possible. Sleeping in a dark room and sleeping in a cold room. There's a lot of studies out there that say the optimal temperature is 65 degrees to sleep in. That's really going to help us get a deep sleep. If we can't set up our room to be super dark, I really don't care how corny it is. I have these like corny sleep mask goggles that I wear every night. I think I got them from the dollar store. Liz got them for me, so no shame there. No shame there. Use some sleep mask if you need to get a good night's sleep. So I would definitely recommend fixing these first if you have any issues getting good amount of sleep. And I would strongly recommend to you guys that if you don't get enough sleep, to just try it out for a few weeks and see how much it's going to really help you, whether your goal is body composition and health or whether your goal is performance. So let me know if you have any questions. Good luck.